After having his first run-in with yoga at the age of 17, Sarvesh Shashi has the likes of Jennifer Lopez and Malaika Arora who've invested in his wellness company, Sarva Yoga. I talked to the yogi entrepreneur himself about his journey. What an interesting one it's been, Sarvesh. Just tell us a little bit about how you went into yoga despite the fact that you had an eternal dream to be a cricketer.
Well, I think like any little boy in India dreams to do one thing, which is win the World Cup for the country, and I had the same dream. And when I was 17 years old, my dad paid up for a yoga class. He couldn't continue the class, and then he said, "Sarvesh, why don't you just get done with it?" The first thing that my teacher told me about enlightenment when I asked him about it, he said, "Sarvesh, if you ever thought I can enlighten you, you are a fool and I'm a bigger fool." That kind of changed my life completely, and I got into very active meditation, went on to become silent for 40 days. I went on, was meditating 9 hours a day. It is a beautiful journey.
Now, it's one of a kind to have the likes of Jennifer Lopez, Alex Rodriguez, as well as Malaika Arora investing in the company. How did that happen?
I've been very fortunate, and I think the whole idea of stress, anxiety, depression is becoming a global epidemic. I met our chairman, David Giampaolo, and we started this whole friends and family round. We curated a list of people who could genuinely help us in this journey.
So how much money have you raised so far, and can you tell us what you're going to use the proceeds for?
We would be using the funds largely for 3-4 things. One is obviously our brick and mortar expansion. We would get to close to 200 studios by the middle of next year. We would use the funds for our digital launch, and the other part is obviously building the talent and the team and the infrastructure.
So run me through your financials. How much do you make from the standalone classes, and what are the growth targets?
Grown 100% from last year, and our studios were profitable at our studio level. And typically at how our economics works is at a 60% occupancy, we do about a 35 to 40% store level EBITDA, and our return on capital is also quite good. It's between 12 to 15 months.
Well, the global yoga market stands at about $80 billion. Where does India stand in the mix, and how do you potentially plan to capitalize on this?
India being the birthplace of yoga, I think the opportunity that India has, especially thanks to Honorable Prime Minister, the World Yoga Day signed off by 177 nations, has really taken yogas as a brand, as a category to a whole new level. So in India also, I think the whole idea of organic and holistic and mindful living, conscious living is becoming really important. And I think over the next 2-3 years, there will be a lot of growth, right from schools to corporates to hotel chains, all of them wanting to have a full-fledged yoga practitioner inside their space.
Well, I understand that the aim is to connect 7 billion breaths via physical yoga and meditation. Can you tell us a little bit more about the long-term vision for the company?
The long-term vision of the company is to collaborate, partner with different people who are genuinely wanting to make a difference in people's life. The large vision is people need to know how important self-care is.
Well, I feel calm already listening to you, Sarvesh. Thank you so much for joining in, and wishing you all the very best.